Hello and welcome back. I am book lover Lorna. Shelby, why did you take this exact moment to start moving around? The tortoise just decided to wake up. Terrific. Okay, he's chilled out now. So today I'm going to talk about most beautiful hardback books on my shelf. Now, I don't have a lot of hardbacks. Actually, no, I've got a few, but not as many as most big book people. They only buy hardbacks for some reason, but I know how you do that. How does a person only buy hardback books? Like, when you first get into books, you don't just go full force into a hardback. And I buy paperbacks from charity shops as well. And you don't find many good hardbacks. There's a big gap in the market there for the charity shops. Anyway, so back to the point I was making. I'm going to be talking about the most beautiful, what I think are the most beautiful books on my shelves that are hardback. And I'll also do a cheeky paperback version as well, because I have a lot of beautiful paperbacks as well, but I couldn't put it all into one because we'd be here for a long time. Right, okay. So to get started, I've got one that's not particularly beautiful. Oh, could you see it in there? Oh. You see it in the end of the shop. It's not particularly beautiful, but I actually really like it. I think it's a really nice cover. A book that I will always talk about because I think it's bloody amazing is this one here, which is the very widely published version of Small Great Things when it was out in hardback. I just think with the black and the white and the contrast rose gold, yeah, rose gold, not bronze, rose gold, I just think it's pretty. If I just took my head out of that, it'd probably be easier. And then we've got the spine as well, which I just think is nice. Like I said, it's not particularly, wow, that looks amazing, but I think it catches your eye. And the paperback version, which I don't have, with the red and white stripes, it's just eye-catching. I'm sure there might be a blue one actually as well. I've seen a blue one before, but I just think that's a nice hardback. Mine's a bit worn because I've read it a couple of times. But it's not particularly beautiful, but it's a nice addition of a hardback. I've started with that one because that's my most failed attempt at a pretty hardback. Right, next one, I'll do my two that have got, what do you call them, sleeves, and then I'll do my naked ones after that. So, next one is Eve of Man, which I just think this is pretty cool because that's just lovely. With the gold shimmer in it. Hi. With the gold shimmer in it. And then obviously there's a circular hole right here. And if I take the, oh, what did I call it a second ago? It's called a dust jacket. It's been a long day. I take the dust jacket / sleeve off. Then we get this, which, it's all in the light. Oh, it's like reflecting all the light over here onto my bookshelf. It's just gorgeous. Oh, doing a poor attempt at showing this, or I'm just can't show it to you. Like so. So obviously there's a little maze, I think. So there's Eve at the top, and if I remember correctly, Bram. It's a while since I read this. Although I think the second one isn't very far from coming out, so I'll have to give it a reread in the near distant future because I can't really remember what happens. Remember there being those women, mothers who look after Eve? And she's in a tower. That's all I remember. But yeah, that one is gorgeous. It's just like pure shine and just blinds you. So that one has a nice dust jacket. But the underneath is just lovely as well. Now I need to put this back together because I can possibly leave a white book exposed. God, can you imagine if people who like put their cup of tea down on their book or something, and oh, can you imagine if that stained? Completely ruin the aesthetic, wouldn't it? Can't be having that. Okay, so the next one, a more recent one, and a very new book at that. The Giver of Stars by Jojo Moyes, which I only had, a bit of an itchy eye, which I only had delivered last week, did it come out last week or was it the week before? Might be 2 weeks, might have been out for 2 weeks now. But I just think, I mean, I just love stars, but again, this is one with a nice bit of shimmer on it. Nice stars on it. The back again, just as nice. I think underneath is pretty plain on this one. Yes, not particularly exciting. It's just black with a bit of a bronze writing on it. But I just think that is a gorgeous cover. Don't go on me, go on the book so we can see. Bet you can't see any of that, can you? There we go. It's kind of showing you. I just think that's lovely. Also, very good read. Talk about that one on another video. Okay, so another two which don't have dust jackets on them. They are beautiful in their own right. The Miniature by Jessie Burton. This is actually one, I just said that you can't find nice hardback books in charity shops, but I found this in a charity shop in Cardiff. So I've not read it. Surprise, surprise. I've got the other version with the little, like, houses, is it? Or the little setting on it, which I was going to read that instead of this, so I didn't damage this, but mind you, this is a little bit scuffed on the corners anyway. But this is literally just gorgeous. It's kind of, I've got a cloth feel to it. I don't know what that's called. I wouldn't call it cloth bound necessarily. Well, actually, it might be. Not sure. But it is gorgeous. So there's that one. That'll be next year's, in next year's pile, I think. Said that last year. So the final one that we've got is The Little Mermaid by Hans Christian Andersen. Yeah, that was the right author. I bought this in Milan in some random bookshop in the, I can't think of what it's called, the big gallery. It's a big gallery place. Well, anyway, I bought this in Milan and it is beautiful. I think I've still got the receipt inside it. It cost me €28. Probably quite a chunk of my spending money for that day, so I probably missed a meal. The Little Mermaid and Other Fairy Tales, which this is one when, if I ever reach my book target for the year, I'd kind of sit down and read some of them. But at the moment, it's just sitting looking pretty on my shelves. So it's, can you see? Can you see? It's got this gorgeous kind of holographic detail all over it, a lot in the middle and then around the edges. We've got little bits. I don't know how much you can see of that, if any at all. Around the back, same kind of thing. Just kind of moving it to see if the light reflects off it. And then the spine, oh no, not the spine. That's the spine. The pages are sprayed, or, well, they're not sprayed, they're kind of like lined in a gorgeous silver, which is just, oh, I can't, just cannot cope. And it's just, is that not just the most beautiful book that you've ever seen in your entire life? I think so. Shelby, sorry, if you can hear Shelby, I do apologise. He's just having a little root around, eating some food, maxing chillaxing on his Sunday eve. Be quiet. He doesn't want to be quiet. So those are my 5 beautiful hardback books, or 5 favourable hardback books from my shelves. Like I said, I do have a lot more, but you know, some of them are a bit boring, aren't they? Just got a plain old dust jacket on them, or just a plain old cover. But I do have a few more paperback ones which are really nice, which will be in part 2 of this video. Hey, so come back and watch that one. That's self-promotion. Come back and watch the part 2 where there's going to be paperbacks. Beautiful paperbacks. What a plan, hey? Right, that will be it from me then for this video. Thank you very much for watching and see you soon.